What's going on, everybody? This is the Lords of the Fallen walkthrough. Mike, AOD81. And if you're following along, this is going to be video number 6. And in video number 5, I switched to a dual wield. And towards the end there, I thought I was rolling a little slow in my moveset. Was a little bit slow, and I didn't realize that when I put that other sword in, it actually took me into heavy. So I played around with some of my armor and everything. Ended up just changing my sword to a lighter sword because I kind of like the armor set I got going right now for the current point in the game I'm at. So I'm not going to be doing as much damage as I was at the end of the last video, but I'm still dual wielding 2 swords, and I've got some decent armor. I used a tint to change the color and match all the color set. But anyway, we're going to press forward from where we left off. We left off at this hamlet vestige. And now we're going to be proceeding this way, where you'll see that there's an item up in the tree. I'm going to roll through those, and there are going to be a couple of these poison enemies. Try not to get poisoned. Where'd you go? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to knock this item down. I'm going to grab it, and in this area we're going to be introduced to mimics, which are essentially fake items that will immediately pull you into Umbral if you're in Axiom, or if you're already in Umbral, they're going to do a lot of damage if you pick them up. So this item right over here is a dedicated item. That's a real item. It's a Briostone Trio. This item over here in the boxes, that's a real item. I'm not going to pick it up yet because I want to find the mimic first to show you the difference. And the mimics, they will spawn at different spots, like always in the same area, but sometimes this one spawns right in there. We're just going to run around and check for it. Okay, now you see it over there. Now the difference that is going to make you spot these things is a normal item, which when I go back to the other real item, I'll show you. But if you look at this item, you'll see, you know, the dot at the bottom. And a normal item, it has that little stream coming off the top of it, but it's more straight up and down, and it doesn't wave around as much. The way to spot these mimics is to look at that tail coming up, and you can see how this one is kind of wispy and moving back and forth a lot. That tells you that it's a mimic. So what you want to do is equip your lamp, and if you soul flay it, it's going to kill the mimic, and then it will turn it into a regular item. Now, if you look at the regular item here, you'll see that the tail on the top of it isn't nearly as wispy. It's not floating around as much. It pretty much just stays straight up and down for the most part. So that's just, normally the mimics will drop some kind of Umbral related thing, like it just dropped moths, but now we're going to turn around and go back to where those boxes were that I broke, and we're going to pick up that real item that was a dedicated item. And it is just ammunition and monostone clusters. So nothing groundbreaking, nothing trophy related. You'll notice that bonfire over there is from the last area that we were in. We've already been down there, gone through all that section. So after you get those items and those buildings, you're going to turn right over here, and you're going to see there's a little building right here. we can come through this way and we'll make a left. And you probably saw the item around the corner of this building. That's the way we just came from. We're just gonna walk over here and pick this up. Just poison salts, nothing too crazy. We're gonna kick down this ladder. I don't believe we'll need to use it because there's really not anything down there that we need to go for item-wise. We can make a short run to check, but we'll make sure, but I don't think there's anything down there. But what we're going to do is continue on this way up to the left from where we came, go up this ladder. There's going to be 2 Shuja warriors. We're going to try to get rid of them real quick. Yeah, I like the dual wield moveset a lot better. And now we can come over here and pick up this item, which we were able to see from the last area we were in, but we weren't able to get to it. But we're going to kick down this ladder, and it was just a poison bomb, nothing that we needed. There is an enemy in this broken room right here, but you don't have to go in there and get him. There's, he just dropped something, but there's not a dedicated item in there. But if we move on forward, there's going to be another ladder to climb. We're going to climb up here, and you're going to see some enemies up there fighting each other. You can kind of hang back for a minute. They'll kill each other. And just jump in whenever you feel comfortable. And once you break through the wagon, up here you're going to see that there's a chest. And that is going to give us the Pendant of Burden. So we're going to run back down the way we came from. We can just roll down past the ladder. We can roll down this way. And we're just going to stay to the left up here. That's where we just kicked down the ladder. And we can go across the bridge right here. And you'll see there's a dedicated item up ahead. There are going to be 2 Shuja warriors. This one's aggroed, so I'll let him come towards me. And then the other one's hiding right here. Okay, he just dropped something. His spear. But this is the other dedicated item. Some small fragments. And like I said, I don't believe there's anything down there. We could go check, but that'll put us in Umbral. And I really don't think we need to go. I'm pretty sure I've run through that area trying to find anything 1,000 times. So we're just gonna move on ahead. There's nothing down there, and if there is, it's not gonna be trophy related, I don't believe. I did almost forget that though. There is an item behind that broken door where we just fought those enemies. There was the item up here that we grabbed, and then there was this, and it is the Bloodbane ring. So you do want to pick that ring up. We came from this way, came up here, and I ran right past it because this guy was aggroed and coming at me. But this was a breakable door, and then we just picked up the ring from there. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty positive there is nothing down there except for those bombs that we can blow up for a little bit of vigor. But yeah, you see it's just a dead end there. So we can just go back here, get that ring from there. We killed the 2 enemies here. We're gonna push forward and stay to the left, and now we're gonna be moving on to the next area. So as we go forward, we're gonna see that there's an item right here, and it's gonna be the map of Fitzroy's Gorge. As we're walking through this gate, there is definitely a gargoyle that likes to drop down and try to hit you. So be quick with your lamp. Just as soon as you get through the door, just let go of the lamp. Oh, sorry. I just dropped my controller. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we're gonna walk through the door and just be quick with the lamp. See, you heard him just dive bomb right there. So if I still had my lamp out, I'd be in Umbral right now. And we're just gonna go forward. Roll on through the water. There's gonna be one of these fire dragons right there, or dogs. Whenever you kill one, they explode, so make sure you roll away. That's not what I wanted. Go ahead and pop a heal. I was a little low on health there. But there's a dedicated item right there. See, that's what I like about dodge, is I can dodge towards the enemy and I'm in an attacking range. But anyway, pick this up. That's Piercing Light. That's actually a spell that I'm gonna equip here in a second. And he has a parasite, so we want to kill the parasite. Then we can go after him. Did he just drop something? No. Okay, so that spell I was talking about. Right now I have Radiant Flare, and Piercing Light is that spell that I just picked up. It's basically the same thing. It's more powerful. It does cost a little bit more mana, but it's worth it. So we're gonna go ahead and equip that. Right up here, you see you can take a left right now, or there's a sign that says Calrath. I'm going to go ahead and go straight right here. We are going to be going back that way in a second. But I'm going to go up here. And the first thing after I get past the hill, if I turn around, I'm going to see that there's an item. I'm going to pick that up. Duralium fragments, and then as I look ahead I see Damaros, so I'm gonna go over to Damaros. I'm gonna run through all of her dialogue.
Rogar, and I don't Rogar, it's his way. As long as you're...
And she's got her shop open, so I think I just accidentally bought something too as I was skipping through the dialogue. But anyway, so once she opens her shop, you know that she's okay to move on. So we're gonna exit out of there just to make sure. See, she's repeating herself. So you see a dog ahead. We're gonna take him out. And behind that box that's breakable is a Rogar. We're gonna take him out. And right there you can see there's a stigma. So we're gonna go ahead and pop Umbral. Get the stigma. You see there's an item down there, but don't worry about it. We're gonna be going that way here in a minute. Wait for the stigma to play out.
You have no vision, no ambition, just so desperate to rule. Well, despite what so many think, You've never needed gods to guide humanity.
And as we make our way back up here, that's where we picked up the item. We're gonna go through here and drop a seedling. And my umbral scourings just popped, so I can go ahead and rest. That'll get us out of umbral because we do have a little mini boss fight coming ahead. And I think I actually have a level that I can level up. So, where do I want to put it? I'm going to put it in strength. I know I said I was going to bring my radiance up some, but I want strength and radiance to be at least 25 right now, but I'll just put it in strength for now because it's going to buff up both weapons I've got. Let's see what radiance does. It's going to make my spell power a little bit better and increase my mana. Yeah, but this is going to increase my physical attack power on both weapons and increase my defensive stats just a little bit more. So I'll just put the 1 point into strength for now. And we can move on ahead. I'm gonna have to kill these guys again. Or try to, anyway. Okay, now if we take a right over here, we are going to see there are a bunch of enemies fighting each other, so I'll let them duke it out for a couple minutes. Just stand back and collect the vigor. It's not that much. Anytime you come across enemies that are fighting each other, you don't get much vigor from them, so it's not worth like trying to farm or anything like that. Okay, looks like they've stopped fighting, so we'll finish them off. Oof. I had a feeling I shouldn't have done that last attack, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and buff my weapon. And let me see. I got 27 mana stones. I'll save them for now. I'm gonna get in here, cast Sanctify, and there's gonna be Percival.
My friend, finally we stand together again. For bucketry.
Ooh, get back in my circle. Heal up a little bit while he's focused on Bucket Guy. I'll cast Sanctify again. Use one of those stones, maybe one more. Cast Sanctify. Oh, he's smited. That's a good thing. And he got me, but we're just gonna go into Umbral and try to take him out. Oh, get out of there. Oh, he got me. I played around a little bit too much and found out. That's alright, we'll just go back and get our vigor and we'll fight him again. So this time I'll try to kill these guys without losing any health, if I can do that. Didn't lose much, but... And we'll run back up this way. And let them fight it out for a little bit. See which side wins. My one is on the Rogar. And I win. So... Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use my mana heal so I can save my Sanguinarix. And I'll get a mana stone equipped, so when I go in and cast my Sanctify, I'll just go ahead and use that stone right now. Sanctify. I want to make sure I grab that vigor.
My friend, finally stuck together again. For bucketry.
Whenever he has that glow around him, you can usually hit him once and then he'll attack and... Ooh. He's healing himself when he does that. Oh. Tried to pop a heal and he got me right as I was doing it. I keep forgetting that I don't have my regenerative mana like I do on my main character. Come on. Do something. Do something, boy. Okay, you're dead now. Okay. It only took me 2 tries, but we got Percival. Usually I run right through him, but if you go down to the end of the arena, you're going to see an item, and that's going to be the Rallium Nuggets, and then right over here there's a chest, and it has the Bloodlust Sword in it. And this is the Pride of the Bucket Lords. I better check and see how many of those I have. They're going to be under the quest items in your inventory, and I have 3, so the next time I get one, I need to return to the Bucket Lord and give him those. But we entered the arena right here, fought Percival, and we're gonna run up this elevator. Now there's nothing towards progression up here. This just unlocks this elevator as a shortcut, and we're gonna open a shortcut door, and there's also gonna be an item up here. You see we're back by Skyrest Bridge. So here's the item, and it's just going to be Duralium nuggets, but we're going to open the door, and if you want to know where that is, this was earlier in the game. That's the Sanctuary vestige up there, but we came down this ladder and went that way to go around Skyrest and get the key and open up all the doors around Skyrest, and this door was closed and you could see the item behind it, but now it's open and we've got the item, so we can just go right back down the elevator. I'm not used to having to use a whole lot of mana clusters. I usually keep them equipped on my other character, but so my mana is so high, and with those 2 regenerative rings, it's constantly regenerating. So unless I'm just casting a barrage of magic, I usually don't have to use a stone. So we'll just run back here the way we came from. And there is going to be a fairy up there near where our seed is. We might as well kill her. Oh, get me out. Okay, and then we'll just run back to our seed and rest. Also, go ahead and upgrade, do whatever you have to do here. Let's see, it looks like I got about 2 levels, so I'll put 1 more into strength and 1 into radiance. That'll bring my mana up a little bit too, and yeah, that looks good to me for now. So we'll go ahead and continue on. That's where we went down and talked to Damaros before. The enemies are gonna be back. Kill him. Remember that there is a Rogar behind here. And we're gonna go kill the fire dog and get away from him when he blows up. There's a few, obviously this item here. There's some enemies. I'm gonna let the dog come chase me up here and kill him. And then you'll see that there is an archer up there, and there's also a Rogar. So I'm gonna run down. She may start shooting some grenades like that, or arrows, but I'm gonna kill the Rogar. Then as I run around this corner, there's a fire dog and the archer. Come on, swing. Okay, so they're taken care of. And I just ran into her grenade that she dropped, but Anyway, there's a dedicated item right here. And then we're going to use our lamp and just walk through this door. There's going to be a dedicated item right here. And when we go through this door, that dog actually has a parasite. And you'll see that there's an archer up there. So we're going to get our lamp out and hold R1 as we go through. Kill the dog. And then I'm going to kill her from a distance. And that's done. So as we run up this way, if you happen to be an umbral, there will be an umbral exit sitting right here. Let me see. I think there is like a little umbral walkway or something. It's just from the other side anyway, I believe. Ooh, I'm surprised I dropped my lamp before getting sucked into Umbral. But anyway, there's a dedicated item here, and that is going to be the Ring of Radiant Preeminence. So definitely want to pick that up. We're going to kill this dog ahead of us. There will be a Mimic item somewhere in this area. Okay, bring this Rogar over here. Those rocks seem to really help me out. Anyway, over here to the right, this is a real item, a dedicated item. That's going to be Fitzroy's sword. So where is the Mimic? It might be on the other side somewhere. Sometimes it is. Now we could try to umbral or just use our lamp to walk across this bridge, but there is a gargoyle that falls down, and 99% of the time he's gonna hit you and knock you off the bridge and send you into umbral anyway. So I usually just go umbral here. As I'm going across, I'm gonna hold block. There he is right there. Try to get rid of him, and then take care of the other enemies. Oh, another one. Okay, now as we come up here, we're going to be going that way, but before we do that, we want to drop down by this ladder, and this is Drustin. And this is the first time you see this NPC, but you want to run through his dialogue to start his quest. He's going to tell you about his brother that he's trying to find. And we're just, every time we run across Drustin, we're going to make sure we talk to him to progress his quest. Now we're going to run down here. We can just pass the ladder and fall. And we're going to pick this up right here. That is going to be the Cracked Rune Tablet, the first one that we have to give Gralinda the blacksmith. As soon as we pick it up, just turn around, come back up the ladders. We've already talked to Drustin. He is good to go as far as progression. And now we're going to get out and go through these barrels this way. And that is the Mimic. This time it spawned up here. You see the wavy tail. So we're going to soul flay that. It's going to become a real item. Drop down, and we can go ahead and exit Umbral. If we turn around, we're going to see that there's a dedicated item right here. It's going to be some Duralium fragments, it looks like. I'll buff up my weapon, I'll pop a heal, roll down, kill the Rogar. Actually, I think it just knocked him down. It didn't actually kill him. Yeah, there he is. Okay, after we get rid of them, we're gonna turn left and there's gonna be a fire dog behind those boxes. Roll out of his explosion. And this is where we killed that archer from the distance over there. But there is a dedicated item here. What is this umbral deal right here? Is it nothing? Now, I guess it's a bridge that we could pull across if we were in Umbral, but there's no need to, so we're not going to mess with it. Because we're not in Umbral. Now, this dog down here, he does have a parasite, so I'm going to kill that from up here. I just drop down and hit him, roll away, kill the other dogs. And if I turn around back towards the scaffolding, if we go back in this corner, there's going to be an item. Pick it up. Some more Duralium nuggets. And there's also going to be an item up here on the left by the dead body. And it looks like it's going to be a skull. So... how many heals do I have? 3? Is there a spot to throw a seed? Because on this bridge, we are going to come across a boss, a mini-boss fight. I don't want to lose the fight because the video's starting to get a little long as it is. So just let me run back and see if there's a spot that I can drop a seed and rest. I'm not sure if there is or not. But the music sure is spooky. Okay, well... unless there's one up top... we're just gonna try to fight the Ruiner. I call them Minotaurs, because that's kinda really what they are. Is that? No, that's just where we were able to exit Umbral. They're technically called Ruiners. I just call them Minotaurs, because that's pretty much what they are. But, we might just try to fight them with, what little heals we got. I am gonna buff up my magic and at least start off with full health, even though I don't have all my heals. Use a couple of those. Now watch, they're probably there's a seedling spot right here. How many do I got? 4? Might as well use it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and rest here only because of video length. Otherwise, I wouldn't really be too worried about it. But I'm gonna rest here, which means I'm probably gonna have to fight those dogs again when I run down. But or I just run past them. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, as soon as we get on this bridge up here, we are going to be fighting a mini-boss that's going to become a normal enemy. But you see there's a pickup here to the left. Just a fire ward, nothing special. He's gonna jump.
Finally, stand together again.
Oof, that hurt. Whenever he does that, you want to attack those because they buff him up. Oh, I was gonna try to cast a heal, but he got me. But I think we're gonna beat him. Oh, I thought that was dead already. Now it's dead. Okay. Now, this is going to be the pride of the Bucket Lords. Normally, I would throw a seed right here, but we just threw one right back there, so I'm not going to worry about it. But we just picked up our 4th pride of the Bucket Lords. So, when we go across the bridge, since we're in Umbral, if you're not in Umbral, you want to pop Umbral. And you'll see that there is an entity right there. And we're gonna soul flay it, go back to the bridge, and if you look to the right here, there's a little spot that you can walk out, and there's a belly to pop, and there is the Nohuta Ritual Hammer. It's an Umbral weapon, but it's a really strong hammer. So once you get that, come back over here and you'll see this spot is open in the bridge since we're in Umbral, and there was an entity there, but we just killed it when we soul flayed that body on the other side. So we're gonna drop down here, drop to the next platform, roll to the next platform, get rid of this mage. We're gonna pull the bridge across. Better use one of those. Pull the bridge across. I'll go ahead and buff my weapon. And a lot of these seedlings are gonna hatch, so we can just get rid of a lot of these trash enemies. And then you're gonna see there's another body right there with a vein that we need to soul flay to get rid of that vein from blocking the ladder. And then we're gonna pull that bridge. And the way we're going right now, we're going to open up the shrine, the Inferno Shrine vestige, and this is the only way you can do it. If you don't pull that body after you fight the Minotaur and come down in this Umbral area, you'll go right by the shrine and you'll never unlock it. This is the way you have to go to unlock the Inferno Shrine area. So we're gonna run up these stairs, drop down, well, walk down, and we can go ahead and exit Umbral. Before I go up the hill to the shrine, I'm gonna come down here, and right there behind the boxes there's gonna be an item, Duralium Nuggets, and then if I come over here I'm gonna kick down this ladder. And now that's a shortcut ladder. You can see the bridge that we just fought the Ruiner on. Then I'm gonna turn around and run up the hillside and get rid of the enemies. To the left here, there's going to be a couple of dogs. And then obviously up ahead there's an archer and 2 Rogar. I go for the archer first. Ooh. Okay. These are just enemy drops. Now, as soon as we walk in here, there's going to be a fire dog to the right. So we're going to take him out. Roll away. He just dropped something that wasn't a dedicated drop. And we are going to unlock the vestige for the shrine. Looks like I got a couple levels I can get. I can almost take my strength up to 25 right now. I probably have a couple of skulls I can do it with. So, let's see, those are the 4s, and those are the 8s. I'll use 2 of the 8s. And then... I'll have to use 2 of the 4s as well. 1 almost would have done it, but... So now I got my strength up to 25 anyway. And then this is the Inferno Shrine. We're gonna run behind it, and there's gonna be an item right here. That's gonna be Infernal Weapon, which is basically like that spell I use for Radiance, only it imbues your weapon with fire. So that's an Inferno spell. If you interact with the shrine, you're gonna get the Crimson Ritual Fervor gesture. And then also this is the same type deal with as far as shrines. If you donate 10 hands, you're gonna get a trophy for that. And then when we turn around from the shrine, there is a dedicated item right here. A couple of charred fingers, those are just consumables. And sometimes Percival will be laying dead there, sometimes not. But this is where Damaros is pretty much going to be for the rest of the game until the very end. You're going to want to go ahead and talk to her. There's nothing we can do with her yet. She's as progressed as far as she can be. The last time we talked to her is what made her progress to this area. But we are going to be able to do a couple of things to progress her further before we end up having to kill her off for the Umbral ending. So this is where she's going to be. We're going to take her quest as far as we can without ruining the Umbral ending. So like I said, we're not going to be able to fight her or complete her quest. You have to fight her with the Radiance ending and complete her quest when you do the Inferno ending. And with that, we're just going to run back to our shrine, and we're going to call that the end of this video. And we will continue from here the next time we pick up. So I'll see you on the next vid. Take it easy, guys.